system to show you. I've got a strategy today that's in full automation mode that is up about $7,000 right now, trading this volatility. This is our NQ scalper in real time. And man, what a strategy it is. It's part of the AI Auto Trader. And we've integrated some cutting edge technology into our automated strategy. And I'm going to be highlighting and showcasing this system today. And let's keep the ball rolling. I just want to make sure that everybody knows that I am not a licensed financial advisor. If you're not familiar with the risks associated with trading, please consult with a licensed financial advisor. With that being said, let's get on with it. I just want to take a brief minute. Joel had touched on some testimonials and happy customers, and I wanted to share one of our testimonials because it really is, I think, an accurate assessment of what you'll find if you decide to come aboard with Right Line Trading. Marcia, who left us just a beautiful testimonial on YouTube, sent us this video, and I'm going to kind of make a long story short with it. What the testimonial says is that she came to Right Line Trading as a complete newbie, totally green to trading, had never traded futures before, not familiar with the NinjaTrader platform, didn't even know what a futures contract was. Lo and behold, not 60 days after coming aboard, she was able to accomplish some amazing accomplishments. Over 15 funded accounts in her first 60 days. Now listen, from experience with trading, in order for any one of us to get 15 funded accounts, we'd have to put years of practice into this art of trading. It doesn't come easy. Not only that, but we would have spent thousands of dollars learning. The learning curve is an expensive one. So as a complete newbie, she was able to significantly shorten her learning curve by putting the strategies on full automation and letting the bots do the work for her. And if you want to see her full testimonial, we have it posted on our YouTube channel. I just want to briefly introduce, I know it's been a long day, and I'm going to let this chart run on the background because it's on a live market. And this NQ scalper is just having a stellar day. And I want you to see the system in real time. So our vision here at Right Line Trading, we've been around for quite a long time. We're going on 14 years now. Right Line Trading's been in existence. And really our mandate here is really to develop cutting edge strategies that provide our members with an edge. That's the key. We want to have an edge over other retail traders. We want to come to the battle because I use a battle as an analogy, but in essence, that's truly what it is. It's a battle over our money. And we want to come to that battle with a bigger, badder, more technologically advanced weapon than our competitors have. And really, that's our mandate here at Right Line Trading. Is to provide you with cutting edge strategies that provide you with an edge over all other retail traders. I want to briefly introduce the members of my team, and we'll bring this chart back in just a moment. We have 3 professional traders on staff. Let's start with our futures traders. We have 2 main revenue streams here at Right Line Trading, the futures and stocks and options. And our futures traders, Mr. Craig Emery, trades the money flow tracker in the RLT futures room. Mr. David Kushner is our prop trading extraordinaire. David Kushner successfully, consistently is able to get payouts from these prop firms, and the good Lord knows that's not easy to do. But he's able to do it with really some great consistency. Mr. David Wise. David Wise is our options trader. You know, I love David Wise. He's just, the definition of a trader. He's got nerves of steel. He reminds me of one of those pilots when you're, up 20,000 feet in the sky on an airplane, and you come into some heavy turbulence, and then you hear this calm, cool demeanor of the pilot, the captain, come over the PA system, and he's welcoming you to the area and telling you to look out the left side to see this city and the right side to that city. And we're just experiencing a few bumps. Well, that's David Wise. I mean, he could be taking heat on a trade, and he's just as cool as a cucumber. And that's really what it takes to be a successful trader. And unfortunately, not many of us have that gift. Behind the desks here at Right Line Trading, I'm part of really an extremely talented, educated team. Mr. Charles Sider, he's a 30-year vet in software development. He's got a master's degree in engineering from UCLA. We have Brock Miller, my right-hand man. He's a college student, does a little bit of everything here at Right Line Trading. Sergio Luque Rodriguez. Whenever I hear Joel talk and I see the incredible software he's able to develop, I always think of Luque. I put Sergio in the same boat because these guys are just extremely gifted and talented. You have no idea what goes into the development of this stuff. But I've seen Sergio over the years, go from coding complex mathematical modeling to algorithmic equations. And now, after a collaboration with this AI development lab that we've been in, he's able to integrate artificial intelligence and bring it to life on the NinjaTrader 8 platform. And it's really been exciting to watch. The team is led by Mr. Mark Miller. He's the owner of Right Line Trading, and I can't say enough good things about Mark. Not only because he's my boss, but he's truly a man of God. He's a U.S. Army vet. He has his MBA from Cal State, and I glossed over being a veteran, and I don't want to do that. If any of you are a veteran or you've served the country in any capacity, or you're a first responder, a tremendous amount of respect and gratitude goes to you. Mark Miller really brings those core values that he were instilled with him in the military of honesty, transparency, integrity. Those have found their way to the forefront in everything that we do here at Right Line Trading. And I just want to briefly introduce kind of the voice that you hear behind the screen. My name is Rory Powers. Just like Anthony said, everything he said was true. I'm a graduate of Syracuse University. I reside in South Florida. My passion is trading. I love trading. I love talking to traders. I've kind of lived it, breathed it, eaten it. I've done everything over the past decade that I've been with Right Line Trading. And I really love it. It's my passion. My other passion, of course, is saltwater fishing. But listen, the best catch, the biggest prize catch that I've ever made is my beautiful wife. I can't say enough good things. God has truly blessed me. This was a recent picture. We took the kids over Thanksgiving on a cruise, and we were a little nervous because we thought maybe the seas would be rough and we'd come into some bad, weather. But on the contrary, the weather was outstanding. The ocean, you could see it as like a lake. It was just total glass, and the kids absolutely loved it. This picture is actually in Honduras, and Honduras, I had no idea, never been there. It's just absolutely beautiful. It's just this lush, beautiful landscape with hills and mountaintops and just a beautiful turquoise ocean in the background. If you ever get a chance, highly recommend it. And of course, my saltwater fishing. In a recent trip with Mark Miller and Sergio, we caught some beautiful grouper and snapper. This is a restaurant in the background that cooks them up right when you get off the boat. But let's get back to trading. Trading, the genesis of the AI auto trader. This is me and a lot of you that I've spoken to over the phone. The frustrations, the disappointments, that we experience, the speed bumps, the pitfalls that we experience as traders. Listen, when I first started getting into trading, I used to get emails in my inbox of how much money these guys were making and how fast and easy and these just tremendous amounts. And I couldn't wait to dive in head first and get my piece of the pie, only to find out that it wasn't exactly as they had described. And this picture really is a beautiful illustration of how I felt after several trading days and watching my trading account slowly dwindle down to nothing, where I finally wanted to take a sledgehammer and put it through my computer monitor. I know none of you have ever felt that way, right? But that was the genesis of the AI auto trader. And really, I think that the main reason why we struggle in our trading journey, I was on Trader's Corner, a few months ago, and I listened to a gentleman by the name of Christopher Mullen. And Christopher Mullen, a really intelligent guy, he did a study on human personality traits as it relates to trading. And what he found in his study is that humans, we all share maybe 10 or 12 core personality traits that are ingrained in us, maybe through genetics. And come to find out in the course of his study, a couple of examples of these core personality traits. You have the driver, he's the one saying, go, go, go. You have the analytical. Those are our engineers who want to calculate everything and are very fearful of making a mistake. And then we have the emotionals, and I think I fall into that category a little bit. We see the P&L and we get all very emotional about losing our money or keeping our money. But those are some of those core personality traits that we all share to a different degree. So what he found in his study, to make a long story short, was that maybe one or two of these personality traits that we all share lend well to being a good, disciplined, consistent trader. I mean, if you were to listen to Dan Gibby, talking about his tails on his bars, and until those tails appear just right, he's going to sit on his hands and wait. Well, that takes a lot of discipline and patience. A lot of us, including myself, when we get in front of our trading chart, we want to start trading. We don't particularly have a ironclad set of rules. We want to get in and we want to make some money quickly, which really leads to the same, I always say, cold, desolate place of blowing our trading accounts. I can tell you from personal experience that I've blown probably 10 different trading accounts and 30 different prop accounts. Blowing accounts, unfortunately, has been part of my trading journey. So with that being said, it has become our commitment as a team to bring this to an end through our tool that we've integrated artificial intelligence into, called the AI Auto Trader. Just to give you just a little bit of background with some common questions, the AI Auto Trader is a fully automated trading system that runs on the NinjaTrader 8 platform. There's two things required to run this piece of software. Number one, you need the NinjaTrader 8 platform. Number two, you need a live data feed. You can have an account with any broker or prop firm that supports the NinjaTrader 8 platform. Okay, it's a very common question. It's important to know this runs on NinjaTrader 8. So we've narrowed it down to two things that we believe are going to create trading success. Number one, we want to have the proper tool set to get us in and out of these trades, to identify and define risk, and allow us to get entries where the software defines risk at its lowest. where our potential of getting a profitable trade is at its highest. Because we have these human emotions that impair our judgment, I should say. Ideally, we'd like a trading system that can get us in and get us out automatically at the most ideal times and most ideal locations. So if you didn't know, I want to break it to you. We happen to be in the midst of an AI revolution. Listen, there's $3 trillion companies out there, Apple, Microsoft, NVIDIA. Amazon is coming up in the rear at number 4. But those $3 trillion companies really are using artificial intelligence. These chips that NVIDIA is currently developing and getting more and more powerful are working their way into our economy, and just about every occupation and every niche throughout our economy, and the demand for it is becoming greater and greater. When it first started a few years back, is probably even further back than that, but when I first heard about it, Paul Pelosi was buying millions of shares, and I should have known then. But what's happened since, it's hard to believe that a robot would have the potential to take over our jobs. It was very scary. And I didn't want to believe it to be true. So I dismissed it. And I made a mistake. Obviously it would have been a tremendous investment to get in earlier in a company like NVIDIA that, over, I think in 2023, they were up about 250%. And now in 2024, I think it's just under 200% again. And their market cap is just incredible. So we're in the midst of an AI revolution. And the benefits from using AI in trading, well, listen, I kind of equate it to having a calculator do the thinking for you. This AI integration can process an enormous amount of data, an enormous amount of variables, or what we call conditions within our strategy, and never break its own rules. It will always get the answer correctly in a split second. So it has significant advantages over us in the speed in which it processes data. It also has a machine learning component with pattern recognition, where the charts are very symmetrical and certain candlestick patterns occur regularly throughout the day. And the system learns when these appear what's going to happen next. And it's an amazing system, and how powerful it becomes with the more data that's fed to it. So the system will optimize the position of your stop and your profit targets based on the average true range of the market. So, the elephant in the room has been, listen, we've all purchased automated strategies that just didn't work. They just weren't all they were cracked out to be. I talk to people all the time that have gotten burnt. They bought strategies from other companies or vendors that didn't provide support, that the bots only did good for a short period of time or during certain market conditions, but they did not have this AI integration. And what this has become is a game changer in the bots and the automation in regards to trading. So this system will learn the average true range of the market and place your profit target and your stops accordingly. It will never mismanage the trades. We've coded some very clever and sophisticated ways to go for very ambitious profit targets, but lock in a few legs of profit along the way. So if we don't get the full excursion, we're still gonna get out of the trade with some profits. If you're a prop trader, stick around. Prop trading is, stormed onto the scene. You heard Joel. Joel said he sold, he has 2,000 clients that had purchased this trade copier. What that tells us is there's just a tremendous demand for prop trading. So if you're a prop trader, we've developed custom templates specifically to pass evaluations. These are evaluation crushers. Without all the blood, sweat, and tears that go into passing those evaluations, you'll save yourself a lot of time and money with these one-day pass templates. So stick around. I've got some really great information to share with you. But I want to get into a little bit about what's under the hood of this AI auto trader. I think it's kind of appealing, and to have an understanding of what it entails, I think is very important. This is a chart right here of the indicators that the system is leveraging. It's a fairly simple chart, but we have some powerful indicators. The core indicators that the system is looking at is a multi-time frame assessment of trend. When you see the background color of my chart turn pink, that means that on a higher time frame, that instrument has also started trending to the downside. When you see that happening, what that's telling us is that institutional money is now pulling money out of the NASDAQ. When you see it going down with a pink background, institutional money is selling off the NASDAQ. Now, it's important to know this chart that I'm showing you, to put it into perspective, is a 20 Unirenko. A 20 Unirenko is a very big bar. Just to give you an idea, the direction of the trend is a 20. So every new candle in the direction of the trend, where my cursor is, every new candle to the upside signifies 20 ticks or 5 points. In order for that candle to completely reverse, like right here, it was headed down, but then it closed to the upside and reversed. In order for that to happen, it takes 100 ticks, 100 ticks. So just to put into perspective the size of these bars, they're very big bars. But we have a strategy that leverages these bars, and it looks at a multi-time frame assessment of trends. It looks at a multi-time frame assessment of momentum. And these are very good indicators of where institutional money is, how they're manipulating that instrument, whether they're pouring money in or pulling money out. And our trigger, most importantly, is our market internals. The system is looking at a disparity between uptick and downtick. When there's a huge disparity of downtick, we know the market is very likely to go down, especially when we have these two other confirmations in place with our multi-time frame assessment of trend and momentum. So that's the indicators that the system is leveraging. And with the AI integration, it really has 3 different components to it. One I mentioned a little bit earlier, it was optimizing the profit targets and the stops. See, each and every one of our bots runs in tandem with what we call a drone. A drone is another bot, and it does just what it implies, its name implies. A drone hovers over the environment, and it gets a big picture, and it sends back, intel as to what the big picture of the overall environment is. And that's basically what it's doing. It's sharing a database with the bot, and it's telling the bot what the maximum forward or favorable excursion is versus the maximum adverse excursion. In layman's terms, that's Ninja Trader talk. In layman's terms, it's telling it what the range of the market is. Is it a very narrow, ranging, choppy market with a very small range, or is it a trending market that we could take advantage of with very ambitious profit targets? And what it will do based on that information, the drone is sharing the database that's housed on your computer. It's important to know. This is not a black box system. This runs on your computer. But what it's going to do is it's going to have the bot dynamically, and what I mean by that is automatically while you're trading, your stop and profit targets are going to move. They're going to move based on the range of the market. It's of no input. You do not have to do this yourself. It does it fully automatically. The second component that I already touched on, was we have coded into it a machine learning process that recognizes candlestick patterns. A good example are the engulfing candles. When we have a bearish or a bullish engulfing candle, if we're in a beautiful long trade, and halfway through the trade, all of a sudden we get this big, ugly, bearish engulfing candle. Well, it's going to jump out because it's going to anticipate a reversal, and it's going to lock in profits or minimize the loss on the trade. So that's the candlestick pattern recognition. And last but certainly not least is the drone is running 30 hours a day. Thank God there's only 24 hours in a day. The drone is running 23 hours because it takes that session break between 5 and 6. So the drone is running 23 hours a day. And what it's doing is it's telling the bot historically what hours of the day it does the best. In this illustration, this is the ES30 range drone running throughout the entire session. My bottom axis is showing the half hour of the day. And across the y-axis is the price, how much money, from 0 to plus 2,500 on the left side. So it's telling us between 8:30 and 11 that this is a consistently profitable strategy. However, once 11 o'clock comes, it takes a little bit of a nosedive. It doesn't do nearly as well. And then again at 3:30, it comes back strong for that closing bell, that final hour of the market open, of the market closing, going to the closing bell. So what the bot does is it will not trade during these hours that the drone historically does poorly. Okay. So listen, I mentioned our mandate as software developers is to provide our members with an edge. Another edge that provides us with is it eliminates the losers. Being a trader, I always believe is to get winning trades. And I always used to hear Mark say, our mandate, our number one most important goal as traders is not to take a losing trade. And I always used to say, no, it's to take a winning trade. But you know what? He's right. And I got to give him credit because it makes a lot of sense now. If we can eliminate the losing trades, we're gonna do really well. So if we can eliminate these times of the day that the drone just historically does not perform well, it's going to significantly improve our performance. If you look as an example, and I touched on the Mack truck, we call that 20 Unarenko strategy, the Mack truck. Well, let's start with the drone. The drone on my Mack truck, this is for the month of December. Let me put things into context. In the month of December, the Mack truck drone made $949. That's a respectable number. It took $16,000 in winning trades and $15,849 in losing trades. But if I look at my analysis and I look at the half hour of the day, and I have it on entry time, there's times in here that if eliminated, the outcome would have been a lot more efficient. It would have been a lot more productive. So now if I go back to the summary and I look at the bot compared to the drone, now I have a lot more efficient output. I didn't get nearly as many winning trades. Remember, the drone had about $19,000 in winning trades, but it had $18,000 in losing trades. Now my output is I have $4,000 in winning trades, but only $772 in losing trades. My winning percentage has gone up to 70%. My average losing trade is 250, and my average winning trade is almost $600. That's another thing that kills us as futures traders. Our risk to reward. When we're emotional traders and we squeeze our stop like I do, and we get out of trades early and we don't let our winners run, what it does is it takes our risk to reward ratio out of skew. It tilts it in their favor against us, where you could take 2 or 3 winning trades and man, you think you're doing great and you feel it, you're in the zone, only to pull in a loser that wipes out those 2 or 3 winning trades that you just worked so hard to get. Well, this bot and drone technology can turn a performance that looks like this, which is good, it's respectable, but it could turn it into this and have this type of efficiency, $3,300 in winning trades, and we're only in the first 2 or 3 weeks of December. That 20 Unarenko does not get faked out. It doesn't take a lot of trades. It's taken 10 trades. But when it gets in, it's in a confirmed trend, and it's going to get in when historically the hours of the day that it performs the best. And that's really the key to why it's having so much success. So we have a very diversified portfolio of strategies. One of our most powerful strategies runs on the E-mini, but I just want to mention that the system does trade all of the index equities, all of the futures index equities. It trades the S&P 500, it trades the Dow, it trades the Russell, and it trades the NASDAQ. So it's very nicely diversified with very liquid instruments. Being liquid is very important with an automated system. If you have a big disparity in your bid and ask price, you're going to have problems. You're going to have problems getting filled. With these instruments, we have no problems with getting filled. Sure, a tick or two of slippage is inherent in our trading environment. It's going to happen. There's no way around that. But we're not going to have problem getting fills due to liquidity. We've also integrated crude oil and gold to really further diversify our portfolio. But I want to show you some really exciting performance on our ES30 range. First, let's do a quick look back for about a month. In the last month, from November 18th to December 18th, this strategy trading just one contract after commissions is up over $9,000. I get a lot of calls here. People ask me, "Hey, I want to trade a live account. I can't be in front of my screen all day. I want to kind of set it and forget it. What do you recommend?" This is always the first one that comes to my mind. The ES30 range or that NASDAQ Mac truck, a 20 Unarenko. They're not as aggressive. They won't have $7,000 and $8,000 days like the NQ scalper, but they'll consistently run up a beautiful equity curve over the long run, which is really what they're looking for. To look at a little bit of a further look back, because I always have the doubting Thomases or the people that have been burnt in the past, and they say, well, what about a little bit of a further look back? This ES30 range, we have a beautiful community of traders, and we find that they're in all skill levels. Our community is anywhere from the complete newbie like Marcia, who I introduced her testimonial in the beginning, to a gentleman named Robert or Steve, and we have a few others that are professional traders. Robert, really, who's a professional at the optimization of these strategies. He knows, the Ninja Trader strategy analyzer better than anybody I've ever met. Anyway, I want to show you the performance on a little bit of a further look back. And Robert, who's a member of our community, and I'm going to blow this up, he shared this with me today. And let me blow it up so you can see it a little bit better. If I bring this over. So if you can't see it, I'll tell you what it is. starting back in September 19th, which is exactly 3 months ago. So this is a 90-day look back of that same strategy. It's the ES30 range. And what it shows is over the last 90 days that he's up over $30,000 in 3 months trading this strategy with just one contract. He built this strategy. We had another ES strategy running on a 5-minute, and through his optimization process, changed the data series, changed a few of the parameters, and found the settings for this one and shared it with our community. Isn't that beautiful? We really appreciate that. And I really think that that's the spiritual thing to do, is to share it with the community and let the other traders benefit from it as well. And that's why we're so grateful that he did. So this ES30 ranged $30,000 in the past 3 months, which is really just incredible. Now, we also have some extremely, this is the bot, from November 5th to December 18th was up 5,500. Now, on the NASDAQ, we also have some powerhouse strategies. On any given day, we have strategies like the one I was showing you earlier let me see if I can find that chart real quick, on the NQ scalper. Bear with me for just a moment. See if I can find it. Here it is here. This strategy today, well, it closed at $9,400. Now, this is an outlier. This doesn't happen every day. I don't want to mislead you. What I'm offering today is, this is an outlier, and this does not happen every day. With the volatility, ever since Jerome Powell yesterday cut the interest rates, and I think having problems funding the government may also play into this. But $9,400 in a single session trading just one contract. And part of our methodology is to capitalize on these ones that just love the trading environment. So the Haymaker trades a 30 range. It made about $2,718.96 on our 30 range Haymaker from November 18th to December 18th. And for the prop traders, here we go. We have what we call our one-day pass templates. And I always love to show this video, and it really shows the spirit of the one-day pass. Let me see if I can blow it up. Just to set up the video, and don't worry, it's a 30-second video. I'm going to respect your time. And I just want to set up the video. The video is Mark Miller is trading his 6 evaluation accounts using a trade copier. His leader account is trading our one-day pass on the NASDAQ. The one-day pass template, which leverages this AI auto trader, is only going to take a trade on the NASDAQ during the half hour or hour of the day that historically it does well. At one time it was like 10 or 10:30 to 11. This thing just couldn't lose. It was amazing. But it finds the half hour out of the day that it's just crushing it day after day. And it will only trade that half hour only. And once it sets up, and you can see it set up because there's a cross on his chart, and that's signifying all of the conditions that in the strategy parameters have been met. And at the candle close, it's game time if it closes to the upside. If it closes to the downside, it's not going to take the trade. So this video shows the one-day pass on a $50,000 account. The profit goal on a $50,000 account is $3,000. In order to pass a $50,000 evaluation, you must make $3,000 before you lose $2,500. Okay, so when the trade's taken, we're going to trade the maximum number of contracts, which is 10 on a $50,000 account. And our profit target is going to be the minimum number of ticks in order to accomplish $3,000 profit goal. We add in a couple of ticks for slippage and commissions, and let's let the tape go. So it jumps in, and in one trade, using a trade copier. Now watch what happens with the stop here. As he gets closer to his profit target, the stop gets into what we call our profit window. Now, it just went up to our profit window, and now there's an equal risk to reward when you're within 10 ticks of that profit target. So on that one trade, using a trade copier, he was able to pass 6 evaluations in a very short period of time. So that's the spirit of our one-day pass, and we've got some really great templates. We have some that do 50, 60, 70%. I don't want to mislead you. What I would expect is maybe 1 out of 3. Let's anticipate 33%, and I think you won't be disappointed. It could be higher, it could be lower, but I think 1 out of 3 is very fair to say. So this happens to be on the ES is at 54%. I always like the NASDAQ because it's so volatile. I could show you this month on the ODP on our 30 range NASDAQ, our percent profitable is about 42%. So it's not the best one this month. The best one is the ES, but the NASDAQ is very good too. Just to give it to show you another instrument. So those are our one-day pass templates. I've seen Mark, use a trade copier and do 20 at a time, and get 20 accounts at once. Once you get funded and you pass the evaluation, obviously we're going to go to a little bit more of a conservative posture, and we're not going to risk 10 contracts on a $50,000 account. We have PA account templates that are just going to look to score $200, $300, $400. I have some traders that only want to make 100 a day. They tell me, they call me, they say, listen, I got 20 accounts, 15 accounts. I just want $50 to $100 a day. And we put them on the micros, and we're able to get them $50 to $100 a day most of the time. So those are the benefits of that machine learning technology. And I want to hurry up and get to my special offer. I know it's been a long day. Listen, it is the holiday season. 'Tis the season. And we've got something special for you. As usual, we're going to include the full Monty. When I say the full Monty, what I mean by the full Monty is the full portfolio of strategies, all of the instruments, all of the bots, the drones, the one-day passes, which are normally an add-on charge, will be included for this holiday special offer, this Traders Corner special offer for the holidays. We've got great tech support. I'm going to show you really quickly because I know I'm getting close to my time. But if you were to go, just like Joel was showing you on Trustpilot, you'll find that we have really some great testimonials from our traders. And I think the most common theme of the compliments, they always mention the customer service. We're going to set this up for you. If you don't know NinjaTrader, don't worry. We're going to get on your screen, on your computer, and remotely install the entire workspace for you. This includes ongoing support. If you have questions, if you don't understand something, if you need help, we're always going to be available to jump on your screen, get on the phone with you, and hold your hand until you are comfortable and you're doing well. We have some great masterclass modules, some great training videos that really go into depth of the indicators that the system leverages and the conditions of the strategy in order for it to trigger a trade. We have members that once they watch those videos are able to make their own strategies. Some of our best ideas come from our members. I can't say that enough. We're always willing to learn from you. Something that I really love about Mark Miller, I touched on the transparency, the core military values that he brings to the table as the owner of Right Line Trading, has been his ethics. He is a firm believer in transparency. If you go to our website and any one of our systems is showing a P&L, we're going to have a button where you could see the actual trades. So you could see individual trades of each and every execution. So you know that you're not looking at a bunch of meaningless numbers that never happened. We trade the system live on YouTube Monday through Friday. Throughout the week, we trade. We have Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, the AI Auto Trader. And every day of the week, David Wise is on trading options. We also have Craig Emery and David Kushner. So before you jump in head first, I wanted to invite everybody tomorrow, absolutely free of charge. Come check us out on YouTube Live. It's on our YouTube channel. I'm also going to put it in the chat box. If you go to our YouTube channel and there's a little tab called Live. If I click on this Live tab, you'll see the one that's upcoming tomorrow morning. And I'm going to put this link in. And all you'll have to do is come to this channel here on our website, and the one that's going to be going live will be on the top left, and you'll just need to click into it. And I'm going to put that in the chat box right now. So let me get to the special offer. Here we go. So for the holiday sale, what we're doing specifically for Traders Corner is we're doing across the board a 50% discount. Across the board, whether you do the monthly, the annual, or the lifetime. The monthly membership normally is $6.99. With the 50% discount, it's $3.49 a month. $3.49 a month, and you've got it every month, a full portfolio of strategies. For the annual membership, it's $14.99 for the year. $14.99 for the year. You're going to get the full portfolio, all of the chart templates, all of the strategy templates, all of the prop trading templates. You'll be able to join us daily on YouTube live streams for the entire year for $14.99. If you're somebody that just doesn't like recurring subscriptions, and if you have the means, the best value is the lifetime license. We like to call it a one-time payment, but it means that you own it forever. You own it forever at 50% off or $24.99. My associate Brock just put a link in the room. If you go and you click on that link, you'll see during the checkout process, one of the payment options available is PayPal. What's great about PayPal is they have what's called Pay Later. Isn't that great? You can get it now and pay for it later. With Pay Later, if you qualify, you can spread out the payments over 4 months or 6 months interest free. Pay no interest, pay it off over 6 months, and it's not such a difficult pill to swallow. So very briefly, I just want to run through our members. Some of our members are having just incredible success. Steve, who shared the NQ scalper with us, that's the one that made that incredible amount of money today. It's just amazing. $9,400. This has been running since overnight, but that's an incredible feat. $9,400. He gave us the scalper. He's been doing a great. Sood is another member who's passing his evaluations. Simon made $16,000 in a single day trading our bots. So the potential really is sky high. You really have the potential to have some windfall days that you can really put some money in the boat. Suzanne is having a tremendous amount of profit. My favorite testimonial and my last testimonial is a gentleman by the name of Gary Sparks. Gary had bought bots from several different companies, and he mentions them here on the bottom. And he mentions that he still does run one of the other companies, but he says that he's found in his experience that the AI Auto Trader is superior to our competitors. And I really have to, say that the reason why we're having this type of success is that AI technology. It's been a game changer. So I really encourage you to come aboard. If you do come aboard, we're going to get you installed. If you come aboard today, we'll get you installed by tomorrow. Within 24 hours, you'll be up and running, and you'll have the potential to start achieving results like these. You'll be part of a beautiful community in our Discord chat, where we post the daily results. Yesterday during the FOMC meeting, personally, I don't trade during those meetings. I heard Lee saying that he does. I'm scared to death to do it. But you could see what it did yesterday. It just crushed it during that FOMC report. But you'll be a part of our Discord chat. And I want to end by saying this. If you've had potholes and speed bumps along your trading journey, I come with a message of hope. Somebody that's blown out 10 different trading accounts. This system has the potential to be a game changer in your trading career. I want to wish everybody really a blessed holiday season, a healthy, most importantly, healthy, joyous, and happy holiday season. God bless you. Thank you for your time. If you have any questions, I'm out of time. If you have any questions, please put them in the chat box. I don't have time to answer them now. If you put your name and your number in the chat box, only I can see it. Put your name and number in. I will give you a call. I'm going to get a drink of water, and within 15 minutes, I'm going to give you a call, and I'm going to do my very best to answer any questions that you might have. So please put your name and number in, or just give me a call here at the office, and I'll be happy to answer